from a time jump to the appearance of Lauren Graham and some exciting new cast members. Here is why the marvelous Miss Maisel Season 5 will change everything. Let's start off with some mind-blowing plot details, shall we? The marvelous Miss Maisel taught us that one thing we never want to be is a stand-up comedian in the 60s, living in such a misogynist, complicated world. Not that much has changed since the 60s, but you get my point. After investing in the character of Miss Maisel for years and following her adventures to say the least, the marvelous Miss Maisel will be ending with the upcoming Season 5. Yes, we know we were devastated as well, especially because this is such an incredible show with well-developed characters, a captivating cast ensemble, and amazing plot twist. Although we are sad that the show will be over soon, we can't help but wonder what kind of conclusion we'll see. I mean, it has to be a proper one, right? One of the biggest questions regarding the finale is whether Maisel will get to live her happily ever after. She has been going through different struggles all the way from New York to New Zealand with her constant attempt to make it in comedy. But the 60s were not a good time for women whose dream was to work in the stand-up comedy field. So what will happen to Midge? Now that she and Susie's grand tour is coming to an end, will she finally get the spotlight she deserves? Throughout the fourth installment, the lead character decided to take over an illegal strip club and renovate it. And then, the club was raided, which only led to Midge's need for a Hail Mary. When Lenny Bruce, a character played by Luke Kirby, appears with an incredible offer, our dear protagonist turns it down. But she gets together with him, at least for a brief moment. And then, viewers witness some wild events in the finale called How Do You Get to Carnegie Hall? Midge runs out of the venue and into the blizzard after having a fight with Lenny. The last scene of the fourth installment features her looking up at a billboard for the Gordon Ford Show, the same TV show for which she turned down an offer. So far, we know that Luke Kirby, who plays Lenny Bruce, a real-life comedian of that name, will return. But his future looks quite uncertain, as the character will soon face his drug addiction struggle. Unfortunately, Lenny died from a morphine overdose in 1966. He was only 40. Based on the timeline of the series, there are 4 years until his death. Does this mean we'll see a time jump? We felt a bit of a kind of duty to sort of start touching on the aspects of Lenny Bruce's life that kind of led up to his dying young, Luke said in an interview with US Weekly, adding that they are bringing Lenny Bruce a little bit down to earth this season and kind of exploring that a little bit. So, will there be a time jump? Well guys, it was confirmed that you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. No, seriously, fans' opinions are divided on this. And while some claim the final installment should start with a time jump, others are not in love with the idea. Giving the timeline in Season 4, a time jump sounds like a reliable theory. And if the show's continuation opens up with a time jump, the marvelous Miss Maisel wouldn't have to worry about properly covering Lenny's death. What do you guys think? Should there be a time jump or not? As already mentioned, some fans are against the time jump concept because, after all, the show itself is still 6 years away from that. The progress of the series is a bit confusing because it took us 4 seasons to see the characters through 2 years. So if there's a time jump, it would have to be a big one. And maybe we'll see a bit of Midge doing what she's mostly known for in the 1970s. If the show continues and features some events in 1966, we will certainly see the aftermath of Lenny's passing and how his death influenced Midge, and of course her career. But here's what we find surprising. Most fans would love to see a happier conclusion, meaning that they would love it if the show ends a few years before Lenny's death. That sounds like a good idea, don't you think so? Now, let's see if Midge's work at the Walford affects her in Season 5. One thing we are certain of is that there will be a couple of storylines linked with the Walford in the 5th installment of the series. There's one question though. Will the Walford return and affect Midge's career moving forward? Most of you will remember Elroy Dunham, Midge's journalist enemy. You know, the one who would criticize Midge's name all the time in the press. So, based on what happened in the 4th installment, Dunham's coverage might lead the police to Midge's doorstep. The fact that she was performing at an illegal strip club could certainly harm her career. Now here's another theory most fans think is reliable. No more of Joel and May. One of the most beloved characters in the series is, without a doubt, May, a character portrayed by Stephanie Sue. Now, even though her relationship with Joel has been going fine, Most fans believe that they will end things in the 5th installment. In the 4th season, Midge said something about Joel and May getting married, and now May is a bit confused. There was also Midge's insistence that her kids don't call May Mom. While May loves Joel, we don't really think their relationship is built to last. Oh, did we mention the fact that Moish, a character played by Kevin Pollak, wants May to convert to Judaism if she marries Joel? Now, we're not saying that this theory would come true, but it's possible. Don't you think so? Now, one of the most awaited actors in the series might finally appear. Lauren Graham joins the marvelous Miss Maisel after years of rumors claiming that this is the season that Gilmore Girls star Lauren Graham would appear. Season 5 might finally make this happen, and we'll be really happy if this Gilmore Girls reunion happens. One of the super exciting things about Season 5 is that the cast will expand. The cast of Prime Video's hit TV show is expanding for its final installment. Kelly Bishop, Alfie Fuller, and Jason Ralph are all confirmed to come back and reprise their roles for one last time. Gilmore Girls' Alan Bishop, who plays Benedetta, will appear as a guest star. Fuller, who plays Dinah Rutledge, and Ralph, who plays Mike Carr, got promoted to series regulars for the final season. Peter Friedman, Chloe Kerwin, Alston Basis, John Cressetti, Michael Cyril Creighton, Eddie Kate Thomas, and Lucas Cavner will all make an appearance in the final season. They'll all play new characters. Amy Sherman-Palladino created this show and will serve as the creator for the conclusion. Together with executive producer Daniel Palladino, they write and direct the series. Although we hope to see a happily ever after, we can't exclude the theory suggesting that Midge will end up alone. Let's be real here. Midge ending up alone won't be a bad conclusion to the story. After all, she started her career while trying to escape all those stereotypes, and she's not really the type of woman who wants to get married and take care of children while her husband is out having fun. She clearly wants more from life.
Once again, a man has stepped in and fucked up my life.
And she won't stop until she gets it. So this is why we believe she'll end up alone, but happy. This doesn't mean that she won't get involved with a love interest. Perhaps it will be Lenny, but her true love is her profession, and we all know it. We also know that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. No, seriously, maybe the last scene of the show will feature her on stage, smiling. Do you guys think that's a proper conclusion? We'll see you in the next video.